Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to another NerdTube trailer reaction. I am joined here by Trekkies alike. Major Rage, how you doing?
Doing great. Excited to be here as always.
And down on E deck is Zam. How are you guys doing?
I'm fine, thank you. My gas tank is running low, but I'm always here for a bit of lower decks.
That's right. He's got a little bit of flat affect going on, everybody. So he's controlling the trailer for us. Now, speaking of trailers, as all of you know here on this channel, we always have issues with Paramount and copyright when it comes to trailers. So we're going to do our normal thing. If you have not watched a trailer, please go watch it and then come back. We are going to kind of break it down scene by scene-ish as we go. But unfortunately, our stuff always gets blocked and taken down and everything by Paramount when we actually run the trailer. So unfortunately, until CBS and Paramount loosen up the belt loops a little bit, this is just how we're going to do it. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get into it. And I'm pretty sure that is Farpoint Station from TNG season 1, episode 1. We were talking about that behind the scenes a little bit. I think me and Mage confirmed it. Yeah, so they're going to Farpoint Station apparently. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, TNG, going back to the TNG.
What I know is that sometimes they can just bring up a reference and move on from it very quickly. So whether this is something that is a big issue in lower decks or not, or just hey, remember this little scene from the season premiere of TNG? And now we're going on to something else. You know what I mean? So that it could be as simple as that, really. So, however,
I think where they were at the and if we get a little bit further in the trailer here, I think we get to I think they're set up at right there. I think it's probably some kind of, well, that's the Federation embassy in the background. So I'm assuming that Starfleet, that there's some kind of work convention there or something, like maybe like a cultural con. Like all the different cultures come together for a culture con.
Well, look, it could be a job fair. I think it's a job fair.
Yeah. Also, nice Constitution class over there, or Constellation class.
This doesn't necessarily. Is this like also to do with the premiere episode of season 3? And if so, how does that correlate with what happened to Carol Freeman, Captain Freeman, that is Mariner's mum, at the end of season 2? So, is this like at the beginning of season 3, or is it just a random episode in the middle of the season?
No, I think this is. I honestly feel like this will be at the beginning, because I feel like this is where they're being reassigned to, while the Cerritos is an impound and Captain Freeman is under lock and key. And then I think this is kind of what puts Mariner over the edge, and then she goes and tries to steal the Cerritos and everything, because they're having to do these recruitment tours. So that was my first thought when I saw this. So I really thought that would, and I think that what's his name, Tindy and Rutherford get assigned to like a pleasure planet for some kind of thing, and that's why they're like, he's like, I can get used to this. So I think they're kind of doing something on that pleasure planet, that they're just like, and that's why they're kind of butthurt, is because they get the cushy job, while Blumler and Mariner have to go around to different recruitment fairs and stuff like that. That's my thought.
I just noticed FNN, basically I guess a Federation News Network, news of the galaxy. There's something Sisters from Active, with a ticker going on here. Sisters from Active Duty Starships, and something about the Buffalo Solar Knights, which is probably something to do with sports, I guess.
Which I'm gonna be a nerd here really quick. But first off, they've never really indicated that they have sports, I don't think, in the TNG era. And also, they've never indicated that they have like a news network in the TNG era, which I'm okay with them having it, but I'm like, it's never been mentioned before.
If anything, they make it seem like old Earth sports have died out. I mean, baseball's a dead sport on DS9, except to Cisco's. But
I think what, water polo was around in Enterprise. Was it water polo?
Yes, it's water polo. The Stanford team, I remember.
I know.
Archer supported.
Chakotay was into boxing a bit as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. There was boxing at Starfleet Academy. I remember him mentioning being a part of that.
Was one of them like into fencing? I can't remember. a particular person.
Sean Luke.
Jean-Luc
Was
did
he?
do fencing. Remember, he got whooped by Guinan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
So I mean, there's
But yeah,
probably
that's it.
sports, but like maybe like football, basketball, soccer, kind of. I think all those have kind of died out, but maybe not. Who knows? Maybe on other planet. Maybe they have leagues on other planets. Maybe there's like a football planet. That'd be a great planet for them to visit. All a bunch of muscle jockheads.
Well, it looks like Freeman's going into the Star Trek version of a fucking what's it called in Star Wars?
Carbonite?
Carbonite chamber, yeah, but because this thing gets slammed on her. I'm just gonna quickly play it for a second.
You lost your mind?
Boom. And we just about see a bit of Cisco there as well. Let me just...
Yes. Well, and it seems like they're going to be
Creole
kind of
Kitchen.
DS9 heavy on this one.
Well, definitely some references, that's for sure. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Cisco's Creole Kitchen. You know, this is his dad's place, if I recall.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure his dad would have passed on by the time. Well, maybe not, because this takes place only a couple years. I know the actor, I believe, has passed on that played Cisco's dad, but I don't. I mean, I guess for how long humans live in the 24th or 23rd century, I mean, you know.
Maybe he recorded a like a kind of cameo. If not him, maybe we might see Jake.
Yeah, maybe
running the restaurant.
Maybe Jake's running the restaurant.
Well, remember Dr. McCoy? He lived long enough to be on the Enterprise D.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
In the cameo scene. So we got them eating some Creole food here and stuff like that. Cindy and Rutherford. They look like they're on some time off because they're dressed quite casually.
Can we zoom in on the hot sauce bottle? Is that something we can do?
Somebody already. I can't. Yeah, I don't think
Catch
you
or
can
sell white, hot.
I was saying, I think somebody already pointed it out on the internet. I saw it, or that's one of the pictures I saw earlier. So,
okay.
Let's move on. I don't, because some people were saying they thought that they were on a date. I don't think they're on a date. I just think that they're out to eat.
So like here, I'm getting some Star Trek 3 vibes with a jailbreak of sorts. Mm-hmm. But this makes no sense to break Freeman out of jail because all they're going to do is be on the run for the rest of their lives. Like they had a purpose in Star Trek 3 to resurrect Spock, and then they decided to face the music, and the best thing that ever happened to them was whale aliens coming to destroy the Earth. You know, to get to suspend it, to give them a different sentence. But this time around, I'm not sure if they're going to be so lucky. And Mariner comes in there, looking like somebody who's going to like a futuristic version of like a Fast and the Furious sort of look going on here. And yeah, she's planning a heist. And there's Boimler.
Boimler's in a Jake type outfit.
Yep.
Dude, I love that image Boimler right there of Boimler, and I want that for a thumbnail.
They're inversed. Usually that's a Boimler type face that Mariner's got on, and Boimler actually looks cool and kind of in charge for once.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm liking, but we saw that more in season 2 that they can fuck with each other. Like Mariner's not always got every base particularly covered. Sometimes Boimler is the one who makes her look a bit stupid, and sometimes Mariner's the one that makes Boimler look a bit stupid. That time when Jeffrey Combs played the robot and Boimler, was in charge of the whole situation. He just basically kept up appearances, whilst Mariner was unsure and so on. I mean, I really like that episode. But anyways, let's move on. So, sorry, I just want to show you this. He's drinking a mojito or something like that. Yeah. So, and this is where like these two need to get it on. By the way,
no, they don't. No, they don't.
They do.
Please don't.
They do. They do. I want. You can see this. There's some serious sexual tension between these two. You can tell.
Okay.
So
don't. I don't need it.
That.
Well, yeah, I think so.
I don't think they need to. No, you say they need to, and I say I really don't think they need to.
Commander Jack is the man, you know what I mean? And you could tell Mariner's got the hots for him for sure,
Okay.
and I think so. You
I,
know, but
I
she won't
don't
admit
disagree
it.
with you. I'm just saying, like, I don't. That's not something I really want to see.
And so, like they mentioned, you know, like being in Star Trek is not just about having fancy relationships with hot exotic aliens with unusual ridges on their noses or something along those lines. I'm
Slightly
butchering it, but
different ridges.
yeah. But I very much appreciate that as well. That's some really really good analogies of Star Trek. I think that's Andy Billups,
Yeah.
I believe this particular guy. There's another guy with a moustache in the lower decks, but he's bald and he's got like he's like a captain. He's a Commander Jack fanboy as well. But yeah, this is pretty cool. You know, like this is what it means to be in the Star Trek life. You know, just getting pampered by hot alien chicks. So there's Rutherford there. he's so
He's so
innocently
happy.
goofy. Yeah. So, and by the way, do you remember? Do you remember in season 2, like he had a memory recap about something regarding the surgery and regarding having all this shit installed in him, and hopefully that will come back into play this season. Never saw any of that in the trailer, but we'll see how that pans out.
All right, Blemler getting serious.
Right.
Hmm?
Oh, I just
This
said
tool
right.
belt. Where have I seen this tool belt before?
Probably Balana, and she always came up with some like utility belt stuff, and you always saw her wearing it, which I mean I thought was great. I mean LaForge I felt was very under equipped on away missions for all he had was a tricorder, when I always felt like like engineers should always have like a backpack or like like a sash with utensil, like something they can just grab really quick.
Yeah, a tricorder is like a
Tools.
multi-purpose tool, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. It's not a tool to fix something physically. Like it can fix.
Diagnose.
Yeah, it diagnoses.
But
Sometimes it
Boimler
can
looks
fix
like
the software.
But Boimler look he's going towards. He's got this engineering belt on, and that belt it feels more Star Warsy than Star Trek as well. But look, he's got some grease on his face. He's got a phaser rifle. He's ready for war. Yeah, and he's been a bit more. He's been stepping up to the plate a lot more. Boimler, he's becoming less of a coward, so to speak.
He's having a really good character arc.
Yeah, for sure. These two guys have no idea. There's some 4D chess going on there, maybe. I don't know.
40. Okay. And this
Sorry.
is basically the heist right here. I mean,
Right.
Now the question
Are they
is,
breaking out? Are they breaking out of jail? Like, I have no idea. I don't think.
no, they're not breaking out of jail. They're stealing the Cerritos to go. I think to go and get her, or at least to prove her innocence, probably. I really think I actually feel like Mariner's going to steal the Cerritos on her own and then go pick everybody up, because that's when her and Blemler come in at Earth. I think because, well, no, maybe not. Now that I'm thinking more about it,
Get
I was
the crew
thinking
together first.
Yeah, maybe they're getting the crew together first and then they steal it.
Proper heist scene.
Yeah, and then I don't know. You got some
Indiana Jones stuff going on here.
It kind of looks like a Zindi.
Is it?
Like the Zindi insectoids, maybe.
Oh, it could be ruins on planet Zindi.
Yeah, because their whole planet was just. Well, was their planet like destroyed, or was it just like wiped, like uninhabitable anymore? I can't remember what they said in Enterprise.
I don't remember the specific phrasing of it. It might have been just completely destroyed.
Yeah.
But the home world, but they, had civilizations on other worlds.
Yeah.
This is definitely an Indiana Jones reference as well. I mean, she looks like she's got a fucking golden idol in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're playing Parisi squares or whatever.
Yeah.
Parisi hexagons.
Yep, with guac and chips. I think he's that's Blemler dressed as a Klingon.
Yeah, he's got with Klingon wig complete with cranial ridges.
Yeah, he's cosplaying, I guess. Well, they're all technically.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't. It just
Yeah,
depends on
so
how long. It depends on how long the heist portion of this is. Is the stealing the Cerritos going to be the whole season, or is it going to be the first couple episodes, and then they prove Freeman's innocence, and then it goes back to normal? That's going to be the question, because season 2, when Blemler went to the Titan, that lasted what, 2 or 3 episodes, and then maybe episode 4, I think he was back. So is that what's going on here? And by the way, Klingon clowns, my therapist said Klingon clowns can't hurt you, but I don't.
They've got bat'leths for arms and everything.
Yeah, I know. It's so
is this cosplay as well? Because like this reminded me, was it Blade Master from Shang-Chi? The guy who had that blade coming out of his arm. But the original comic book adaptation, both his hands were blades.
It wasn't Blade Master. His name was what was his Razor Fist?
Razor Fist,
yeah. Because
the original adaptation, he had blades coming out both his hands, arms even. I'm thinking to myself, that's just so unpractical. Great for a fight. Everything else in life is not great, is it? You want to take a piss, wipe your ass. You know what I mean? You're fucked. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Klingon clowns.
Dude, that's
so. There we go. There's the money shot right there.
Captain Jack Ransom.
Look at fucking Mariner. She is all over that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think they have to necessarily get together, but I wouldn't mind if they had a one night. So yeah, but this is how Ransom basically does business. Rips his clothes off.
Flexing diplomacy. That's his
the formula I know. Look, Tindy's looks like she's really happy, and Boimler and Mariner.
Yeah,
Boimler is frightened, and Mariner looks cringy.
I can only imagine what's going on if both of them are cringing, and then Tindy is happy. Like, there's got to be some kind of nasty.
Maybe it's Peanut Hamper back.
Yeah, right.
Once again, this is the same episode as we saw earlier when she interrupted them at the Creole dinner, because they were in the same clothes pretty much, including Tindy. She was wearing that sort of outfit. So yeah. So there's Shanks and Billups. I want to ask you, Mage. You've seen both seasons of Lower Decks, yeah?
Yes, lots and lots of times.
For me, Shaxx dying at the end of season 1 was a bigger deal than nearly everything that happened in Discovery, and I was absolutely emotional as fuck. But I thought the season finale of season 1 was one of the best season finales for a first season ever, and it was fantastic. And Shaxx went out like a hero, but then they brought him back.
It kind of cheapens that original moment.
Yeah, but I never wanted him to die. I thought he was a fantastic character.
Right.
I never wanted him to die, but now he's dead. To bring him back, I thought was the worst thing they could do.
Yeah, they really cheapened they cheapened that whole thing. And as I said, they did a good job with the sacrifice, but them to just bring it back as a gag, that's really one of the only things, one of my major complaints about Lower Decks is that one,
Yeah, and they never explained how he came back. They did a Sherlock Holmes with it, so with Moriarty dying. Sorry.
I that they didn't explain it, and the joke is that you don't ask somebody to explain it because the trauma and everything. I still don't think they should have done it just for that gag, but at least it was a good gag.
No, yeah, I get it, but they don't even know themselves, so that's why they didn't explain it. So okay, so there's Freeman with some puppies.
Puppy therapy.
How can you be this unhappy around puppies? I don't understand.
Because she wants to prove her innocence. Who knows?
So hold on, I want to get a good picture of this guy. Oh no, I can't. Sorry, I'm finding it very hard to nail. There we go. He looks like some sort of samurai alien who's like.
I have no idea what that is. It's not a Hirogen.
It's a new one.
Yeah, I don't. Major, are you recognizing that at all? I'm not.
I'm not. I don't. That looks like nothing I've seen before on Trek.
Which is good. I mean, I'd
No.
love to
Yeah.
see new stuff on Trek, like from Lower Decks.
Is he wearing armor? You know, is that really his face, or is he like armored up?
I mean, I wonder if
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a Gorn, maybe, because it looks like he might have like a longer snout. Maybe that's my only thought, is that it might be some kind of like warrior Gorn or something like that. But I mean, everything we've seen in the Gorn, they've never looked like that.
I forgot the name of the cat doctor.
Dr. Ta'ana.
Ta'ana.
Okie dokie. And yeah, she's about to cut off this guy's leg to then let his leg regrow, and she's not. It doesn't look like she's giving this guy any anesthetic whatsoever. She's going straight for it. Look, this thing's got almost like a life of its own. It looks like it's got eyes and.
It looked like something was latched onto it.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. This pink thing's latched onto his foot, which is like fucking up his leg. But this is like the eyes of the pink thing. So yeah, and there he is screaming. So there's Mariner doing some skydiving.
Mariner doing Mariner things like from the Kelvin. That's a rip off the Kelvin.
Yeah,
movie, 2009.
Right.
Yeah. Don't forget to put your red shirt on, and he was the first one to die. And there she is hitting the thing straight. Perfect. And not this picture, but this looks like the end of the first episode. Like they're still wearing the same clothes. So this could be the end.
Is probably the first. Yeah, the end of the first episode.
Yeah, this is the same episode. I'm getting major South Park vibes with seeing these four standing here. So there's Boimler just going through the fucking. He's going through shit every time.
Constantly.
Looks a bit Mission Impossible here. Tindy saving him.
Is she grabbing him by his hair?
Yeah, I think so.
Ow.
Whatever you can do, you know. All he has to do is grab her arm and she'll be fine. So yeah, Tindy looks like she's taking more control this season. She's up for the fight.
Cetacean Observation is making another appearance. So is the Exocomp.
Yeah. So what's this?
Oh, is this hamper.
Is this part of the what was the name of that alien race, which is thick as shit?
No.
No.
This was that's an Exocomp.
Yeah.
It was a Starfleet experimental automated like officer type thing, what's supposed to help engineers get into areas that are not easily accessible to, biological things. And then they came in season 2, they got one, and Tindy was excited, but then it turned out to be a big asshole. So she didn't like it.
It looks like they've got some kryptonite there.
This kind of reminds me of the episode of Voyager when they get left on the planet by the Kazon, and they're only left there with their uniforms and their will to live, pretty much. That's the vibe I got from this scene right here.
So Boimler looks like he's going through more things. I think he's got like a rip in his uniform there. So. But it's funny because whatever fucked up things happen to Boimler, you can't help but laugh. And the guy in 2 seasons gone through some real fucked up scenarios. But yeah, he's running into sanitation or citation, what you call it again?
Cetacean.
Yeah, cetacean, that's it. Cetacean observation, like something you never see in any other Star Trek. This is so Sequest DSV and all of that shit. I mean, it's not fucking Star Trek. But yeah, we'll throw it in there for the sake of it.
I mean,
they've mentioned cetacean ops in some show before.
Yeah,
mentioned and seeing it is 2 different things.
Okay, but also in the official Star Trek, what is it? Not blueprint book or whatever it's called. The
schematics.
The schematics books. There is cetacean observation in those books. Like
I just want to see it for real, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna do a Cheeto now and say that fucking Lower Decks is not proper canon, and that means this ain't fucking proper canon.
And
So
I don't
until
call
start
it
seeing these,
not proper canon. I call it loose canon.
whatever. Until I see these fucking beluga, fucking dolphin, whale shits on fucking live action shows, then as far as I'm concerned, I'm calling shenanigans. But still,
Okay.
I like it. I still like it. Don't get me wrong. You know, but yeah, they're taking the piss out of him. What the hell is this?
An Andorian werewolf?
He's got a fucking hat on his. He's got like an Indiana Jones hat on his head.
And that's a Borg snake.
And look, there's the Klingon clowns playing the trumpet in the background.
Yeah, I was about to say, This is probably those rocks that bring out their worst fears or whatever. They were like green rocks that they said something about it bringing out their worst fears. So
I wonder who's afraid of what. My money's on Boimler scared of the Klingon clowns.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I would be. I would be too.
So here we are at DS9.
Bajor system.
Everyone's really happy, like, oh my god, like, you know, you got Tindy losing his shit, like, what, you never been to a deep space station before? What makes DS9 so fucking special?
Because it's Deep Space Nine, MFer.
Yeah, for us we get it, but from their perspective, how is this any different to Deep Space 8?
Because
Deep Space 10?
Yeah, because of the Bajoran wormhole, because it was one of the center points of the war.
Yeah, I guess.
Now DS9's definitely, even in that, like even in universe, it's probably still a major location for people.
So will we see any people from DS9 this year?
I hope so. I mean, I hope Quark's in it. I mean, you know, he could come back and record some stuff. Kira Nerys could. I mean,
it's a shame, really. A couple of actors have actually died, and
Odo and Nog.
Odo and Nog, and obviously Cisco's character is supposed to be, in like a space god now or whatever. So there's not really many people, and obviously what they've done with O'Brien by making him out to be like the greatest person of all time in Star Trek in the future.
Technically, he's at Starfleet Command, or he's at Starfleet Academy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Quark being in this because it would be really good to see a back and forth between Quark and Mariner. I think they could have some.
They probably know each other, knowing the character, like the way they build the character. She probably knows Quark and they're buddies.
So I managed to catch this clip here because Freeman's going off screen, but it looks like she's back. You know, if anything, she's back, and that's a bit of a bad spoiler, so to speak. But
yeah, why would you put that into your trailer?
Yeah,
unless it's a flashback scene, but still, why would you choose to put that in the trailer?
But that's why I'm saying I think like the first couple episodes are going to be the first couple episodes going to be this, and then they're going to transition into back into normal
status quo.
Yeah, which I don't know. I mean, it might get old, like the liberate Freeman, like, or at least prove her innocence. Might get old, I think, but
I don't think there's a whole season worth of story there. But
yeah,
a couple of episodes.
But it is a spoiler that, because you never know. Like, we didn't know maybe she was proven guilty. You never know. I mean, and that's and then Captain Flex would be, or Commander Flex would be captain then, or they'd bring in a new captain, Captain Harry Kim, maybe. No, I'm kidding.
Well, look, they basically mention about going around it and flying really slow at the same time. Act like you're really impressed with the pillars of the structure and all of that.
Great way to rip on the Deep Space Nine intro.
I love Commander Jack. He's fucking brilliant. And there it is flying around. That's a beautiful image, regardless. I'm in awe of it right now.
It's a great render. It's a great render. Looks awesome.
And there's the fucking glory hole opening up in space. Was it ever purple? I always thought it was white. Fair enough.
Is what?
No, this wormhole.
It's
blue.
And then the opening has a white effect around it as it opens.
Oh, we got a bit more, by the way. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Like
That's a
giving
glory
birth.
hole for you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if something's gonna come through and it's gonna be episode of the week, some bizarre alien, you know. So that'll be nice. But yeah, that is it. You know, what a trailer! What a great trailer! I think we got a decent amount from this trailer without giving away everything. Unfortunately, it looks like obviously Freeman seems to be back on the ship. Where there is a flashback, hopefully it will be, because then it still keeps us in suspense on what's going to happen to her. I don't know if they're going to serialize it and make it spread across the 10 episodes in minimum capacity regarding what's happening to her. We'll see, but I'm very much looking forward to this show. This is, to laugh at Star Trek from a perspective of appreciation. Very much makes this show one of my favorites, because there's nothing better than somebody's making fun of themselves, and they've got decades and hundreds of episodes of shows and movies to just pull from and just make jokes. It's just endless. It's endless. I love it.
The love that they have for the original source material that they're lampooning shines through in every episode, in just about every gag. You can tell that it's by fans for fans.
Yeah, for sure. Cheeto.
No, I mean it looks good. You know me, I'm a DS9 mark, so I love DS9. I'm very happy that they're going there. I'm hoping we'll see a lot of cameos and stuff there. You know what? If they go in the wormhole and Avery Brooks is in there and he actually reprises his role, I'll probably mark out even more. Very unrealistic expectation, because Avery Brooks really. He's said in the past that he doesn't want to come back. Now, maybe he's changed his tune after the years, but last time I heard, he said he did not want to ever come back to Trek. He liked where Cisco was left off. Like he liked the fact that he was gone. So
I'm totally fine with that, to tell you the truth. I'm like, sometimes to move to bring, to go back, to take a back step and bring somebody back from the brink of death or whatever's happened to them could be an injustice. So let's keep with Avery Brooks's wishes and keep Cisco off our screens from now onwards. Flashbacks is fine. Everything else, if you want Cisco, watch old episodes of DS9.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up, guys. Anyone else have any last thoughts on the trailer? So yeah, with that all being said, everybody, leave a like, leave a comment down below as to what your favorite moment was in this, and what your favorite Easter egg was in this trailer, what your thoughts are on season 3 of Lower Decks, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Stay woke and prosper, everybody.